Alright, here's a presentation I made about Super Saiyan Goku. Alright, his history. So my boy, he was released on August 28, 2021 during Worldwide Celebration, which is celebrated by both versions. And I would say at this time, he was a very highly anticipated character because he is a Namek Goku, and it is widely regarded that him turning Super Saiyan is probably the most iconic moment in the entire series. Therefore, when he was adapted as a character, it was a big deal and it was highly anticipated as well. And I would say at the time, he probably had the best animations in the game. Like, it looked one to one with the anime, which is a good thing because Z's animation style is so sexy. And yeah, he looked fucking sick, right? Okay, tier list. So, sadly enough, when he released, he was considered the third best in the game. So, there was AGL MUI. This is like without EZAs and anything. So there was AGL MUI and full power Frieza. And Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta was Dookie at that time. When he got his EZA, my boy was God, but when he released, he wasn't that good, okay? So he was probably the best actor at the time. I guess he could compare him with AGL Super Saiyan Gohan, the one who turned Super Saiyan 2, but he was probably better. I'm talking about Namco was probably better. So he was not great in short events because he was a stacker. So he was good in long events. He was nothing special, honestly. Like, other than animations, his kit was he like had a okay kit. He was just a stacker for long events. That's nothing amazing, other than his link set because he is a Saiyan character. He had a really good link set. Other than that, he was a good unit. Like, he was good. He was nice. His animations were nice. He wasn't over the top, kit wise. And let me talk more about him because let's just why not, right? So MEY had dodge plus survive, which was good in all the events except for the Vegeta story event because on his last stage when he was Evolution Blue Vegeta, his super attack you cannot dodge, right? So he would fry MEY. And then Frieza had the best link in the game, surprise surprise, big bad bosses, and he was the most damaging character in the game. So Goku had survivability and tech. Frieza flat out sharded out so much damage, and then like, what did Goku have? He literally did not have everything, right? And then even at the time, like 99.99999% of events were super class and Goku enemies. So there was legendary Goku event, Goku event, legendary Vegeta event, and legendary GT Goku event, and the God event. All of those are super class events plus Goku, right? And then if you look at this part of the passive, when there's a super class enemy, uh, he gets more attack and more ki, and he performs crit. But when there's extreme class enemy, he gets it's literally the same thing. So for Frieza, because there's 99% super class characters, he was getting this passive even against Goku. But for Goku's case, there was literally no hard extreme class characters, and there's no Frieza characters. I don't remember for the Frieza event, legendary Frieza event. I think that did exist, but it's like 1 versus 1 million, right? Pulling a character for one event is not. It's not like good. Okay, and then like a week ago, my boy did get his Extreme Z Awakening, and this is what I think his highlights are. He guards for 6 turns, so for 3 turns from appearance, you can guard. So you can even put him in slot 3, and then you can get him back in 2 turns, but he'll still have 2 more turns to guard, which is good. His start of turn defense is not good. It's kind of mid. I think it's like 200k, which is bad, but who cares? Run him in slot 2, right? He can get 50% damage reduction, which is 20% flat, and then 30% in slot 1. 50 is like, okay, it's good, but it's not amazing. And then I would say he's flexible in slot 1 and 2. Or technically 3. I consider slot 2 and 3 to be similar. But he's flexible. Like, if you don't put him in slot 1, you are missing out on 30% damage reduction. But if you, there's a lot of characters with that can see super attacks. If he's super attacking, no way in heck I'm putting him slot 1. But you can say he's flexible, like I would say he's flexible. But just because they're flexible doesn't mean much. Like, let's just continue. And then let's look at his calcs real quick. Shout out to Halvard on Twitter. Oh, one more thing after looking at his calcs. Before, only his 18 key gave defense. So what was the point of using his 24 key whatever? Now both his 24 and 12 key does give him defense. That's really good. Like, back then you were trying not to get his max key super attack because he didn't stack. I think it's just good to point that out, right? Now he can get on both. It's good. Okay, let's just look at his max defense. So I don't think you can see it, right? But his max, actually you can. His max defense is 2.5 mil. So that's really good, but that's even after supering. His start of turn is 1.5 mil with 50% damage reduction, and I guess you can get guard. That's good. But he does lose his guard, right? So now it's 1.5 mil plus 50% damage reduction. So whatever, like it's gonna do a lot of damage, right? But once he supers, he's most likely living anything. So that's good, right? Okay, thanks, bro. Next. Okay, so this is a discussion. Is he underrated or overrated? Goku can kind of be a fish, right? He can tank super attacks, but he can't tank them well. He's taking a lot of damage. Talking 400k, 500k, right? That's before super attacking. I would say he's safe slot 2, but then there's the discussion. Like, there's 1 billion slot 2 characters that can live super attack and out damage. But why would you run him then, right? Like, slot 1 is the most important slot in the entire game. Like, everybody knows that. In the end, it boils down to this. In slot 1, he can survive, but he's not amazing. In slot 2, he's good, but he's not amazing. Therefore, he is good, but he's just not amazing. And there's better slot 1s, there's better slot 2s. It's good that he can go slot 1 and slot 2, but there's better designated characters which do his job better. And his damage, it's okay damage. I would say it's a little bit above average because he's hitting like 15 20 mil, but he's doing additional. So let's say he's doing around 30 to 40 mil max. But I'm gonna slurp Buhan because I love the banana on the back of his head a lot. Buhan is doing almost average, I would say around 60 mil, bro, on turn 1. And yeah, Buhan just ruined every character for me because now I look at him as the baseline, which is wrong because he's an anomaly, but that's just how it is, okay? So, like, at max, you can have 2 mil defense with 50% damage reduction, which is good, but again, there's characters that can just do better because that's only in slot 1. In slot 2 is gonna have 20% damage reduction and 2 mil defense. But one thing I like about him is that he can go slot 1, slot 2, and I think that's his gimmick. I think that's his like unique gimmick. He can go slot 1, slot 2 rather than being stuck in each, right? I think the problem with this guy is that EZAs, especially for big celebrations, like let's look at last year, we got wow, AGL UI Goku and in Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. These guys were amazing. These guys were top 5 for fudging months and months and months. These guys were so good that we expected every anniversary or worldwide character that got there easier afterwards will be amazing. I think it's just a problem because characters that have, I'll keep saying this, people that have a good baseline kit, 99.9% will have a good easy 8, but characters that don't have a good baseline kit, they're more likely to get shafted. And that's just the case here. His baseline kit wasn't amazing. His easy 8 isn't amazing. Now we're gonna look at the year 7s. These guys have amazing baseline kit. I'll bet you $1 billion. Anybody who likes this video, $1 billion is that their easy A's will be generational because their baseline kit is good. regardless, I don't think he's either underrated or overrated. I think he's just perfectly rated. Like he's a fish, but he's a good character. He's not unusable, which all I which is all I care about. I wish he was better, of course, because they always have Namek Saga, Saiyan Saga, and goddamn Dragon Ball Saga. But that's just a different thing, right? That's a whole different video. He's good, okay? He's just not amazing, and that's fine. Okay, I that's it.